Hey guys, we are back again today to carry on our series. And this episode we're going to be doing our tree generation in the sea. So this one will be a little bit quicker today. We're just gonna get our trees and put them around the area. And we're gonna do this through our script. We are not going to just place them. We're just gonna use the scripts. So since the last episode I have added a rock, which is like just a plain icosphere with its faces cut off at the bottom, as you can see, which is pretty cool. But we're not going to worry about that for now because it's not a blueprint just yet. We can worry about that later on. We're just going to focus on our tree. So to make this tree spawn on this plate, we need to find the location of this ground. Then we need to get the tree, spawn the tree, and spawn multiple trees in the area. So to do that, we need to go to our level blueprint because it's in our level, it's in our scene. And the level blueprint is just a blueprint with just the scene. Okay, so we're going to start off with an event, and our event is going to be begin play because we're going to be starting at the start when the person clicks play. So once the person has clicked play, we're going to create trees. So what we need to do first is make a reference to our floor, and to do that, we select the floor in this editor, go to our thingy, and then drag this out and go to the top and select it. Oh, no. We don't drag this out because it's context sensitive. So you right click and then you create a reference. Once you've created a reference to the floor, what we need to do now is bring this out and we need to get the location. So get actor location. And the location is going to tell us where this floor actor is in our level, which is pretty basic. So to come out here, we need to set this value, our location value, to a variable. So to do that, we can drag this out and promote it to a variable. And this variable here, we can rename this. Rename this to let's call it floor location. Okay, so we have our variable to hook this up to the main thing. So we've got our variable for that. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to get this vector, which is an x, y, and z value. So I'll explain this now. Our x, y, and z is these three arrows. We have X, which is the red arrow, Y is the green, blue is Z. And these are just three values that you can see in the scene. So the X goes up to in front of me, the Y goes that way, and the Z goes up. So we're going to use them to spawn our trees. But we won't use the Z because we're not moving them on different levels. We're just going to move them that way and that way. And I'll show you that. So to do this, what we need to do is get our vector, which is the center point. So say if we was to spawn actor from class, and we'll get our tree blueprint. If we was to do this and just put this in here like so, and then click save, if we was to go here now, it will spawn a tree in the center of our plate. This is because our default value for this vector is 0, 0, 0. This is the midpoint of the thing. So what we need to do is get our midpoint and we need to add it to a new vector to move the trees around, not have it in the middle. So what we can do is we can come out here and put a plus vector. Now this new vector we could just put, I don't know, 5 and 5. Or, yeah, 5 and 5. And if we save it, Oh, we did not do that. Compile. If we come out here, it's pretty much in the middle. That's because we're working with vectors, and what we need to do is times this by 1,000. So if we do 5,000 or 500, see if it moves. So as you can see, it was over here and now it's over here. So it is moving. And as you can see, it's only moved 500. So if we put it at 5,000, it will go right into the corner of our, over there. There he is, or beast. So now he's over there. But what we want to do is make it random. So how can we make it random? Well, what we can do is we can make a new vector. So if we come out here and make a vector, now we need an x and a y value. Our z value will be 0. We don't need to change because we're adding it, we don't need to change this. Our x value, we need a number between -5 and 5. So if we look for a random number thing, it comes up with these. Random float in range. We want our minimum to be -5 and our maximum to be 5. So we do -5 and 5. And Control C and Control V. Put that in the Y. There we go. So now we've added these x, y, and z values to this, but the fact that we're working with such a large scale, this will not do anything. So what we can do, we need to times this by 1,000. So if we do that, just add it zeros and zeros. There we go. Save that. So now if we go over here, where's our tree? Our tree's over there. Our tree's not over there. Our tree is now over there. So we have our tree spawning in different places, but where do we want multiple trees? And which means we have to spawn multiple actors. And a way to do that is just with a simple while loop. So we'll just add a while loop, and our condition is going to be, we just do an integer. Integer is less than. Integer is less than. Say how many trees we want. We want 20 trees. So 21. We want 20 trees in total. Now this has to be our number that we're going to add up every time it loops, so we get 21 trees. So we need to create a variable in here and call it loop. And we're going to make this a float, no, an integer, apologies. And then put this in here, get loop. So while loop is less than 21, spawn the actor. And on the end of this, we're just going to do set loop. This return value go in there. And we're just going to add 1 each time. So now if we save this, this is all we need, so let's recap. We've begun the play, set the floor, we've found our floor location, and we've set it as a variable. We've then added a vector between -5,000 and 5,000 to our actual vector, and then we've spawned the actor in that transform location. Okay, so let's see what happens. Just click there, and boom, we got some trees. And now that's a decent amount of trees for this size, which is good. So we've spawned in our trees, which is good, but we want it to be, it looks a bit dead because they're the same rotation. So we want to sort of like change the rotation around. So we save this, save all. If we go back into this and we want to change the location, the rotation of the object. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need to just set the actor rotation every time. And to do that, we need to get our actor. So this, we need to promote our tree that we spawn to a variable and call it current underscore tree. So we've now got our current tree. Just gonna put that in there for now. We don't need this yet. I can go right at the end. So now we've got our current tree that we've just spawned in that loop. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to set its actor rotation. We want to set its actor rotation, and we want a new rotation, but we want it on the Z axis. So if we create a new vector, so let's make a vector. So here we go, and we just drag that in like so, and that will do that. And if we go to our Z, we can actually change the rotation. So we're going to get a random float again, which we can get from here. We're going to do -180 and 180. Or you could do 360, whatever. So now we've got that. Let's try that. Just need to hook this up, like so. Press that. And oh no. So we've got the wrong one. We're just going to keep going until we get the right axis. Could be the Y. Let's try the Y. Let's get rid of this. You can press Alt and click on that to get rid of that. Let's try this one. And there we go. We've got it. So now they are all in random rotations around their axis. So we've got a basic tree spawning system done. Next time we're going to work on the character breaking the trees and getting a material from it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. It was a quick one today, but make sure to subscribe. We have done that, and make sure to follow along. Links in the description for some model softwares and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.